Hello internet world, welcome to a new video on the Geekanoids channel. Now this video is covering a very sensitive subject. I know a lot of you own this smartphone already. I know a lot of you have probably got it on order or on pre-order and expecting delivery of it very soon. What I'm sharing with you here is purely my opinion. This is my opinion on why I've made my decision to cancel my order for the Pixel 3 XL, and it's not just for one reason. There are many reasons why I've made this decision, and I want to talk to you about that during this video. This is a live broadcast, of course, so if you are tuning in live and you want to join in the discussion, you can use the live chat. Also, you can use the super chat, but if you're watching this after the live broadcast and you still want to leave me a comment or question, then let's get the discussion going down in the comment section below. So I want to say a big hello to Chuck Seeger, who's first in the live chat. Let's get on to the topic in question, why I have cancelled my order for the Pixel 3 XL. And as I mentioned earlier, it's not just one reason. If we look back at the announcement when Google announced the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL and some other really great hardware as well, they skipped a lot. Did you notice? They concentrated on a little bit on the design, didn't really talk much about the screen, talked a little bit about the sort of speakers, a few of the other features, and then they really focused in, pardon the pun, on the camera. The bits that they skipped, the main bit that they skipped, that all of us geeks and nerds are really interested in, are the specs. Google should be at the forefront of the specs that they're putting into their new smartphones, and they used a current gen or older gen processor, which is going to be superseded very soon. So once we're into sort of maybe a 4 to 6 month cycle of the Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL, there will indeed be manufacturers making smartphones with a new Snapdragon processor in, and they're still using like the current generation, so they're going to be behind quite quickly. They didn't even tell us about things like resolution, RAM and processor anywhere within the keynote. They seem to skip over that. They did skip over another very big in-your-face problem, which we'll talk to you about in a short while. But the second reason that I've made this decision is really value. It's a very expensive smartphone. We're seeing this trend with a lot of manufacturers, and for what it is, for the spec, for a phone with a current gen processor, 4GB of RAM, a good screen. Admittedly, they have made big improvements on the screen panel quality, but it's very expensive for what it is. And I don't think that offers up a great value proposition. There are a lot of smartphones on the market that offer up better value. And then the third reason is the backs are now all glass. We've got this gloss part at the top and then a sort of matte silk finish glass on the bottom. And this issue, this third reason and third issue that really affects the black version more than the white version, is that it is prone to scratches. Now, we've seen videos, if you watch the videos regularly on YouTube, you also have seen other creators saying that it scratches very easily. Other creators saying that the scratches are in fact not scratches or indentations in the glass back of the phone, but rather residue left by whatever component is being used to scratch the back of the phone, be that keys, coins, whatever. It's leaving residue in the micro pores in the back of the smartphone. This is not acceptable. This is a big design flaw. The fact that you're going to have to put a skin on this or a case and cover it up and not be able to see the beautiful design of the Google Pixel 3 and 3 XL is a big shame. I think they made a wrong material choice or wrong material finish choice on the back of the phone. Now, it's not, to be fair, it's not just the Google Pixel 3 and Pixel 3 XL that suffer from this. I've had iPhones in the past that you get them out of the box, you unwrap them, and within a minute you look at the back and you think, I didn't scratch that, and there's a mark on the back. So other smartphones do mark very easily. We're saying mark rather than scratch. But I just don't think it's acceptable at this price point that you've got to use a case, or you've got to use a skin. Otherwise, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year in, or even 2 years in, if you're on a longer term contract, you're going to have a smartphone that looks very, very poor indeed. Very poor. Before we move on to my 4th, 5th and 6th reason, let's take a look inside the live chat. There's plenty of you in the live chat. Big hello to Warwick Sylvester, The Unexpected, Chris Watson, Andy, Connor, Jack, Golden Solution, all tuned in live. Thank you very much for tuning in live. I really do appreciate it. Warwick Sylvester is commenting saying the Google keynote was bizarre, to say the least, and it was. They did seem to skip over and keep things very thin on the ground. They introduced a lot of product, talked a lot, but didn't really get into the nitty-gritty of the details and the specs of anything that they announced. Even the Google Home Hub, which I do still have on order, I'm very interested in that. Even that they didn't really give the specifications about. They said what it did, and skipped over a lot of the finer details. We've also got The Unexpected. Dave, will you be doing a video for the upcoming OnePlus 6T once it's launched? Yes, most definitely. I will be getting a 1.6T. Let's start that again. This is the beauty of live video. Yes, I will be, and I will be getting a OnePlus 6T in, for sure, for definite. Now let's move on to point number 4. And I know you've heard me say it before, the notch. I'm still not a fan of the notch on the iPhones. I'm still not a fan of the notch on a lot of smartphones. Huawei just recently launched their Huawei Mate 20 range, and the Mate 20, the non-Pro version, has a little teardrop notch. That's done very well. I've got a Huawei phone just here. So this is the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, again with a notch, and admittedly, since a year has passed, I was not a big fan of the notch when the iPhone 10 came out. A year has passed, and with a lot of the smartphones that I'm experiencing now, I'm getting used to the notch. This particular one on the Huawei Mate 20 Pro is quite a slimline notch. It's done very nicely, you know, as nice as a notch can be done. The notch on the Pixel 3 XL is terrible. It's such a deep notch, it really does protrude into the screen. And when you look at the smaller Pixel 3, they've got no notch, just a bezel at the top, or a forehead and a chin. Why did they not carry that design aesthetic across to the larger version as well? What is up with manufacturers nowadays? They're following this trend, this need to put big sensors and lots of cameras in the front, and you have to have a notch. Keep things symmetrical. We're looking at the front of our phones, the screen, the real estate, all the time. It's our main interaction with the smartphone, and to have a notch protruding into it is not acceptable. Not at all. What would we all be doing if they started doing this to our large screen TVs, to our tablets, iPads, to our laptops? Oh, we're giving you very thin bezels, but we've got to put a notch protruding into the screen. Sorry, I totally disagree. Reason number 5. Reason number 5, and I'm going to pick this up again. Reason number 5 that I've cancelled the Pixel 3 XL is this. The Huawei Mate 20 Pro. Now, this is by no means my review of the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. I'm still getting used to it, loving the cameras. We've got this 3-camera array on the back. Absolutely stunning smartphone. And even though this is priced very similarly to the Pixel 3 XL, I think this offers so much more. And it's got better specification, and it seems to run really well, very well indeed. With regards to performance, I know I haven't handled the Pixel 3 XL, but I have heard a few reviewers saying that when you've got lots of apps running, they do find slowdown happening already, which I think is again totally unacceptable. So let's take a look back in the live chat. Jeff W, I cancelled my order for the Pixel 3L, says the guy with the iPhone boxes lined up behind him. Shocker. Yeah, there are plenty of iPhone boxes lined up behind, because I've been a long-term iPhone user. I've also been a reviewer for over 12 years now, and I have accrued a lot of boxes. So thus there are a lot of boxes up the back. There is also other boxes lying around. There is a Mate 20 Pro box just here. There is somewhere over there. Where did I put it? I can't see it. There we go. There's an Honor 8 Xbox up there. There's a Nokia box over the back. There are a lot of boxes. I review products, and these aren't all mine. These aren't all mine, but well spotted. Well spotted. I love the boxes. I love Apple's design aesthetic, actually. Just coming off topic slightly, I love the attention to detail that Apple put in their packaging. I still think that's second to none. And I do still have, not spoiler alert, but I do still have this, which is the iPhone XS Max, and this will remain with me for the next year because I need it for my work. I do a lot of case reviews, accessories and things on the Geekanoids channel, so I'm in that fortunate position where I get to test a lot of smartphones. But when I'm paying out my money for a potential daily driver for me, the Pixel 3 XL just disappointed me from what I've seen so far. I will get some hands-on time of it, but I don't see my decision changing at all. We've also got Connor Morris here saying Samsung has got no notches on their smartphones, so they are notch free. And Samsung, great design aesthetic to their phones, absolutely superb. Hello to Russ, thanks very much for tuning in. We've also got Kenneth Sim, only no notch phone you can choose from left is Sony and Samsung. It does seem that way. Sony and Samsung are keeping theirs symmetrical and notch free. The unexpected, I do agree with you, Dave, on the notch being added to small mobile devices. I can't justify why tech manufacturers are doing this because I see it as a distraction from the device's design. Totally agree. You got it spot on there. Now, I'm not hating totally on the Pixel 3 XL. I do like the way the phone looks from the back. I do like the way the phone looks overall. I don't like the notch. I still can't get over that being a big distraction. And I do like the accented colour power button on the side and the camera performance, which is a big selling point for many people that buy their smartphones nowadays. The camera performance, from what I've seen, is every bit as good, if not better, than the previous generation. And for a single lens camera, the Pixel 3 and 3 XL produce stunning results. I've seen some really great photos taken with them. One thing that they did also not really mention or not really demonstrate during their launch event was video capture on the Pixel 3 XL. And shame on you, Google, and shame on you, a lot of creators have been doing video demonstrations or video tests with the Pixel 3 XL, and I think I've watched probably about 20 or 30. I think I've seen 3 creators mention that the microphone whilst recording video is not acceptable. It needs work. One of them was Your Average Consumer. Can't remember the other 2, but I have heard a lot of videos where the audio, the accompanying audio, especially when you're speaking, is absolutely abysmal. And why Google would have launched a product like that, surely they must have tested it. Again, unacceptable. Anyway, number 6, or are we number 7? Let's go for number 6. The other reason, the last reason in this video, is because there are so many other choices. I strongly believe nowadays you do not have to go for the premium flagship option. That box sitting up there, the Honor 8X, is a good example of that. That's a £229 smartphone, and it is awesome. Awesome screen, albeit with a notch. Amazing camera performance, rock solid design, great performance, more than you need in a smartphone for day-to-day use. And it comes in at £229 in the UK, unlocked, SIM-free, no contract. And between that and the £500 price point, there are so many other great choices. So I think Google have made a mistake this time around, and maybe we'll all have to wait for the Google Pixel 4 and 4 XL for them to correct their mistakes and bring things back to where they should be. If we look back when they started the Nexus line of smartphones, you got that stock Android experience on good hardware, not stellar hardware, but good hardware, reliable as well, and they came in at a really good value price point. And they've sort of gone along with this trend of all manufacturers, Apple included of putting their prices up higher and higher and higher. And I think there are a lot better choices you can make, either price wise or spec wise, than the 3 and 3XL from Google this time around. But if you've bought one and you're happy with it, this is just my opinion, you're going to really produce some great quality photos with it, and it still will be an amazing quality device. I've heard a lot of people talking about the step up that Google made in the Pixel 3 and 3XL screen quality over the last generation, which there were a lot of problems with. The panel this time around does look absolutely amazing. I just wish that I could get a response from Google as to why they put such a big ass notch on it. I just don't understand it. Anyway, before we wind up this broadcast, let's have a look back in the comment section. Jack Puttock: I am more of an Android and Windows person, but you can't beat Apple's marketing and design. Yeah, Apple have got great marketing and really good design. Chris Watson: scratches. Like anything, if your car gets a stone chip, is that a design issue? No, you just have to deal with it. I've always had iPhones until last year, and I have a Pixel 2 XL, best phone. Pixel 2 XL, great choice, really great choice, Chris. And I understand where you're coming from with scratches, but what I'm saying is, you know, you're not. If you threw stones at your phone and you got stone chips on the back, then yeah, in the finish you're going to get marks. But if somebody puts it in their pocket with a coin or a key and it just rubs up against it and leaves residue that looks like a scratch, then I'm not saying that it's cause for complaint. I'm just saying that Google could have made a better choice on the finish of the phone. That's all I'm saying. And it's not scratches, it's residue. It's residue. So back into the live chat. We've got so many of you. We've got It's the Brown Guy. I do remember you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Andy the Machine Heat: people that purchased a phone at a big price won't pay the money again if they're happy. If they aren't happy, yeah, they won't pay the money again. They won't do it time and time again if they have a bad experience. And a lot of people had a great experience with the previous generation, the Pixel 2 and 2 XL, and that's why they've come back for more. I just wish Google had done more this time around as well. Let's find one more question. One more question. We've got Shane. iPhone XR or XR for £750 with the same PPI as the iPhone 4. A lot of people have been commenting on the resolution of the iPhone XR screen, and yeah, it is only just over 720p, but it is a good quality screen, and I'm looking forward to getting mine into the studio at the end of this week, and I'll obviously bring you my unboxing and first impressions here on the channel. So anyway, that's it for this particular video. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuned in. Rest assured, if you have purchased a Pixel 3 and 3 XL, I'm not hating on your decision. That was your decision. I'm sure you'll absolutely love it. We all have different opinions about what smartphone we're going to use for the next year or 2 years, and all I'm saying is the Pixel 3 XL is not for me this time around. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic week wherever you are. Please do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.